everybody. I am with Marcus. I'm Rachel Dillon, Marcus Dillon of Dillon CPAs, and I'm picking Marcus's brain today. I get a lot of phone calls, especially around tax time, March 15th, April 15th, with people who aren't quite satisfied with their tax return results. And so today I just wanted to pick Marcus's brain to see how we can help everyone out by what you can do right now instead of waiting and being surprised in March or in April. What can you do right now? So what are some big frustrations people have? They didn't get any advice and they paid way too much in taxes.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay as much in taxes. So what would you do? What would you suggest?
Yeah. Well, first off, thanks for taking those calls, because that means that I don't have to take those calls. And those sound like awful calls to work through. So, I think if you call Rachel and are looking for something to complain about, it sounds like she has a lot of experience. And then she also lives with me, so there's that. So, but getting back to why people call, and that it all goes back to just that lack of communication that they probably have with their service provider, their CPA, their tax preparer, their accountant, CFO, whatever. And here, as part of our model, we want to be different. We want to provide you that advice. So just like today, you come to my office grabbing me and saying, hey, let's go set up a camera in the conference room and chat out. She didn't even bring me any coffee or Starbucks or anything fun. So if my throat gets dry, you can blame Rachel. So, but the biggest thing goes back to that communication, just having a relationship with their person. So, there's really two main areas that we focus on here at Dillon CPAs is business and personal. So we have our core focus is around businesses and professional service providers. So much of what we do in the business can be extended to our clients, just so they, hey, if my CPA, if Marcus is comfortable doing this in his business, that means that I should be okay doing it in mine. And so that's the view that we take with a lot of our clients, just to say, hey, this is working for us, or this works for this client, or this hasn't worked for this client, or stay away, that could get you in trouble. And so just coming back to that advice piece. And so based on those calls that you're getting, what are people most frustrated about? What are they questioning right now this time of year?
So this time of year, people aren't typically frustrated. They're excited for the holidays, excited to potentially take some time off, spend time with family and friends. But definitely once they're starting to gather tax materials, I feel like the anxiety kind of goes up, and they start worrying about, am I going to owe, or am I getting back a big refund? I don't really know what's going on. So for an individual, what are some things that they can do, one, to know that they're in a better place, and two, really to minimize the tax liability, because nobody wants to pay more than necessary in taxes?
Well, I think the first step to anybody is just seeing where you're at. So reviewing your pay stubs, if you're an individual, if you're a W-2 employee, if you work for somebody, just seeing where you're at, reviewing that to see, hey, do I have an appropriate amount of withholding throughout the year? This is what I've made. Is that surprising to you? And really help that drive some of the conversation around the opportunities that exist towards year end. So reviewing your pay stub, reviewing your financial portfolio, your investments. The main thing that we want to look at when it comes to pay, when it comes to options at your employer level, are retirement planning. Do you have a 401k or an IRA you can contribute to? What are the tax benefits of that? And so obviously there's some limitations on that you want to take advantage of if you're able to, if you have the excess cash flow that allows you to invest. The other option is in your investment portfolio, just reviewing that. Are you in a loss position and you need to go and harvest some gains to get up to either a break even or a net $3,000 loss? Or are you at a big gain position and you need to harvest some losses? Hopefully everyone's portfolio only has gains, but we know that that's usually not the case. So
what are some other opportunities kind of from the employer level that an individual, a W-2 wage earner, could take advantage of?
So really, most of our clients, what we see in most employers, if you're fortunate enough to work for an employer that set up some benefits for you, as the employee, your employer has done a great job and hopefully gone through a lot of work to set up those benefits. So you want to take full advantage of anything that they've set up, whether that's the retirement plan, your health insurance. Maybe you have the option to add an HSA account, which is a great option for most families that want to control their healthcare cost. Any other flex spending, any other options that, there's just a host of things that employers do now to just add benefits to their team. And I think leaving dollars on the table there, you obviously want to fulfill your match to where you're not leaving dollars maybe on the table from a retirement plan standpoint, but then also take it one step further if you're able to, and take advantage of the tax benefit of pre-tax deferral, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
And then given the time of year that we're in, we're right here at Thanksgiving, at Christmas.
Yeah.
People have giving and definitely being generous at this time of year on their minds. So what are some opportunities that might exist in that realm?
Well, charitable giving is such a big talking point for most of our clients. We've been so fortunate to have clients that have a very charitable mindset and are really just trying to be good stewards of what they've been blessed with. So, charitable giving, that conversation is always a great one at year end. And so, much like you did an assessment to see where your pay was, you want to do an assessment to see where your giving is. Maybe are you on track to meet what your goal was, what your family goal was for charitable giving for the year? And if not, there's still time prior to 12/31. So you can either make gifts to those charities directly, or do something a little larger if you wanted to. If you had a large income year and were maybe wanting to kind of spread the love a little bit more, you could set up a donor advised fund. Maybe that might be an option, or even donating appreciated stock to either the charity or the donor advised fund that you set up. And what that does is it allows you to lock in your charitable deduction for this calendar year, offset that big income you had, and then pay that out over time, over the next few months or years, whatever works for you. But that's something that I've seen people definitely take advantage of, and definitely encourage that whenever possible. So a donor advised fund, those have become really popular with the new tax law. But that's one key.
And so then here at Dillon CPAs, we're able to not only take care of individuals, but also business owners. And so at the business level, or just as the business owner, what are some other options they have available unique to them?
Yeah, and this is really where we love playing at the business level, and kind of our model allows us to be present with those clients throughout the year. In our quarterly conversations with those clients, we're making sure that we're on track to do what's needed throughout the year, versus making it a December, the 13th hour, try to run and do everything we can in that last month. So kind of leading up to that, the conversations we've had with our clients all year long relates around what's the business growth look like, not just this year, but maybe a 3-5 year plan. Is equipment a part of that growth plan? And if so, whether it's new equipment as part of an expansion, or it's just refurbishing old equipment, there are big depreciation benefits to buying new equipment and getting it in this calendar year. So if you were going to go out and buy something that you need and that would enhance your services or anything like that, we might encourage you to go do that before year end and take advantage of the tax benefit of depreciation. The other thing, like at the individual level, is the retirement planning. So the shareholders or the owners of our businesses, that is a huge opportunity there as far as how they set aside dollars for retirement and defer that income. And we love that option, because retirement planning, typically you can defer that income, take maybe an expense or a deferral, but it's not going outside of the family. It's increasing your net worth or staying as part of your net worth, which we love. It's increasing the value of their overall portfolio, hopefully a lot of times. There are other options. There's so many different things at the business level, and that's where we get passionate about planning. There's alternative investments that can be done, whether it's at the business or the personal level, and those just have to be right for the family. and the business. So definitely don't want anyone to go out and invest in something that they aren't educated about, or a financial product that they might not understand fully. That usually is not the best solution, and so it's our job to kind of educate our clients. So we would love to do that. You know, if you're an existing client and you have questions about what you got, call us. If you're a potential referral or somebody that's talked to Rachel and had one of those difficult conversations about your previous experience, just call us. We want to leave you better off than we found you, and that's really our goal. That's our commitment. So other than that, what else are you hearing? What else have you seen?
And so we talked about at the individual level, charitable giving, especially around this time of year when we're all thinking about that. But as a business owner, not only are you giving outside of the business, but also the people who have made helped make a great year, make profits, made that generosity a possibility.
Sure.
What else can be done?
Well, as business owners ourselves, like, we wouldn't be anywhere without our team. And so sharing the wins with our team, just like hopefully as business owners, you're sharing the wins with your team. Year-end bonuses, any financial compensation, definitely want that paid out before the end of the year. Make sure that it's on this year's W-2 and included in this year's payroll expense category. Any other year-end kind of morale or just holiday parties, things like that, definitely get them into this calendar year. That way you get the full benefit of the tax benefit this year. So, but it all goes back to the people, and really, you know, speaking for our team and our business, we wouldn't be anywhere with the people that are really serving our clients the best. And I think keeping them in mind at year end, just like your charities, is something that's really special and you want to share with. So.
And so really to recap, two big things, in addition to all of the opportunities that you can take advantage of, the most important being you have to know where you are. So making sure that you know where profits or income are at right now, year to date, and then also getting in contact or in communication with your CPA or tax preparer prior to the year end, and really prior to the December 25th, because after that time they're going to have very, very limited availability, and a lot of those opportunities can't be put into place before the year end. So make sure, if you haven't reached out to someone, or if you're unsure of how much you've contributed already, or what your year-to-date income is, make sure that you do get in contact with somebody. Our office is here to help if you need someone. We do have two different areas that we serve. We serve businesses through our BOSS model, and we serve individuals through our AIM model, and both of those include tax preparation, tax planning, and so really you will be well taken care of throughout the year and not wondering or frustrated when it comes to tax time.
No, I think that, really, and that's been a shift in how we serve our clients, and we would love to have those conversations with you. There's still plenty of time this calendar year to get some of those year-end items in, but I would be a little more proactive, just given the time of year and knowing that the holidays are coming up, that the fuse is a little bit shorter than if we had done this throughout the year. So hopefully you don't have any more bad phone calls today, and but it's great to hear what people are calling and what they're asking, and that way we can pass that information along to you. And if you do want to call and chat with Rachel, that's great. So
we'd rather just have the conversation of Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. So if we don't talk to you prior to that, we do, from our team to you guys out there, just Happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays.